Aloha, my name is Randy Umetsu. I am the horticulture specialist here at Limuhuli Garden of the National Tropical Botanical Garden. And we are at our nursery. This right here is our Palapalai fern. It is beloved throughout Hawaii, primarily as a lei plant and used at the altar of laka and in also hula adornments. So in lei po'o, for example, or lei kupe'e, used commonly in the landscape as well. We really like it as a ground cover here at the garden. When you're selecting a site to plant your palapalai, in the wild it grows mostly in mesic forest, so it's not too dry and not too wet like it would be at the top of Waialeale, for example. You'll find it more in the middle. It likes to be in at least partial shade. So anywhere that you can think of that is not gonna get full sun all the time, but the cover of some of your other plants is a great place to plant your palapalai. In the garden right now, during summer especially, it is hot. So even with that, just the general heat itself, it tends to die back, get a little bit browner in the summer. So giving it that nice, shady, cool spot with good airflow is perfect for your palapalai. The sunlight requirements for palapalai is partial shade is where it does best. Not under full darkness of a tree canopy, but a little bit of that light poking through is what you would want. To get your palapalai established, it is okay to water it every day. It depends on your soil conditions, of course. If you live in a very wet area and you're planting it in the rainy months, then you probably won't need to water it very much. If you are on a little bit drier side, take that into consideration and just to try to keep that soil moist but not overly saturated. If you are trying to establish a lei garden with palapalai in it, I would probably plant at least 5 to 10 to get a nice healthy patch. I like to plant it at least 1 shaka or maybe even 2 apart because they can grow fairly big and you want a nice dense patch to harvest from. I'd say it is pretty safe to start harvesting from your palapalai when the fronds are at least about a foot tall. And you can be the gauge of how healthy your palapalai is. The healthier ones tend to be green and look really strong. And like I said, during the summer months, because of the heat and the dry, they tend to get a little bit browner and die back. You can boost your palapalai up when you plant it by giving it a light liquid fertilizer, maybe like a fish fertilizer. But again, go light with this and don't over fertilize, but a frequent light fertilizer is okay to help boost your palapalai up and get that healthy growth. So the most common way that we propagate or grow palapalai is to divide it. So a lot of ferns propagate really well by division, and it is just as it sounds. You take your plant, and if the rhizome is nice and healthy, if the roots are filling the sides of the pots, you go down the middle of the plant and you divide it in 2 and you pot those 2 up separately. So as I was saying, with those 5 to 10 plants that you want to try and plant, you can have a few of those plants to get more of those plants. We're giving away all of our secrets here. So that's how we grow our palapalai, is by division. Again, you divide it in half, you break it in half, and you pot it into 2 separate pots, and now you have 2 plants.